Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Allie. Today I have a card for you featuring Spellbinders October Small Die of the Month. And I have a sketch 394 for the Atlantic Heart Sketch Challenge blog that I'm going to be using. And this is the card that I made with looking at the sketch. So the sketch inspired me. I did change it up a bit. Sometimes when I do look at card sketches, I do exactly the same, and then sometimes it kind of leads me down my own path, which is kind of what this one did. So Spellbinders had sent out my package, and when I looked at it, I knew I wanted to use it right away. And I had this sketch coming up, so I decided to try to incorporate it into my sketch. And I am a design team member for them. And so I thought, what a fun way to use this new set. And so I die cut two each of those little square areas there. I just wanted to make them a little bit more sturdy. So I glued those together, and then I cut out some of the extra leaves that came in the set. I used Lawn Fawn's Autumn Sparkle cardstock for that, and then I just used some of my glue to put those on. And I didn't cover all of the leaves, just a few of them. I used my matte medium and just stuck those on, and I'm using my acrylic blocks just to make sure everything adheres well. And at first I was going to try to use vellum for my little sentiment area, and I just didn't like how it looked. It was still, it like wasn't clear enough for me, and I lost too much of my little leaf blocks there, or leaf frames, whatever you want to call them. But so I ended up using a piece of acetate, and I cut that out using Pink Fresh braided circles. And I just used one of their plain circle dies there. And I just had some plain gold cardstock in my stash. So I did actually cut that one out 3 times. And there's the first time I just adhered it because I wanted to kind of make sure that I liked the placement. And I used Elizabeth Crafts double-sided adhesive for that, and I wish I would have thought about that for all of this, but I always seem to forget that step. So I put it on the back of my paper there, so when I put it through my die cutter, it was already had the adhesive on it, and that made it, oh my, so much easier. I wish I would have remembered to do that for all of the leaves, but I had a little bit of a hard time cutting out these dies, and I think if I would have used like another shim or something like that, it would have worked better. I had to run it through my machine 2 or 3 times just to make sure I got a really nice fine detailed cut, and then it worked perfect. But if you have that extra plate, you might want to pull it out for that. And so then I decided I wanted to do something else instead of just gluing that panel on a card. So I pulled out my Cat Scrappiness Fancy Scallop Stitched border dies. And of course, on the bottom there, I kind of cut off the edge of it. So I kind of had to play with it a little bit just to fix that up. And it's hardly noticeable, so that worked. And then I'm going to pull out some Love from Lizzie gold stickers there and put those on the sides just for a little added extra bling. And you know, the hardest part about this card was just getting everything die cut. Once I did that, it went really fast just to put it together. And I love how everything came out. The paper was, I think it's called Not Quite Navy. It's one of Stampin' Up's papers I just pulled out of my stash there. And it came together very quick, very easy. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to put together. I do have extra leaves, so I think what I'm going to do is make another card to kind of use all that stuff up. And then I thought I needed just a little bit something extra on the card, so I grabbed my Nuvo Crystal Drops, the Simply White, and I added some little drops there, and I let that dry overnight, and then my card was done. So this will be on my blog. It is also on Atlantic Heart's blog. You can play along with us if you send your own card in, and if you win, then you can put one of the badges on your blog. So please go ahead and check it out. Like I said, I will have everything I use down in the description below, along with their blog and mine. So thank you for joining me today for this quick little card, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye now.